What's good, everybody? We are back with a makeup demo featuring the CEO of the Goddess Way by BKG, Brooklyn Goddess K. Definitely check my girl out. She is a positive, radiant ball of light. She is super duper dope, and you guys are gonna see throughout this video that we just couldn't stop laughing. Definitely thumbs up this video if you want us to do a story time makeup demo, because we was chatting, okay? So without further ado, let's jump right into it. So we're gonna start with the brows. I'm going in with my spiked brow styler, followed by a creamy concealer of your choice. I prefer to use a cream concealer only because it gives me a little bit more control over my product. It also allows me to take my time doing the brows. When you use concealers that dry down too quickly, you kind of start to rush doing the eyebrows, and I don't know about you guys, but I like my brows to be on point because that's the focal point of your face. They can make or break the face, and that's where you're gonna get your shape from, especially with this eye look. I'm also using a small angle brush. I know some people like to use a flat top brush, if that's what you call it. Some people like to use a flat brush. I like to use a small angle brush. It just gives me a little bit more control, and it helps me to get that shape a little easier. For the eye base, we're gonna be using my favorite paint pot in soft ochre, and we're gonna set it with a little bit of translucent powder so that we can get a smooth blend and so that we don't lose any of that intensity throughout this look. Okay, first of all, I know you see it, like, my 35O is so beat up. Like, I hit pan on so many eyeshadows in this palette, it's not even funny. But we're gonna start with a nice cream orangey brown for our crease color, and then we're gonna slowly build that color up. Kayla actually has red hair, and we didn't want to do anything too cool or too dark. We wanted to really complement the tones that she's rocking with right now. So I know you can't see it, okay? I'm going to use that dark brown that I hit pan on, and this is what we're gonna use to start shaping our eye before we cut that crease. A quick word of advice: if you guys are going to be using your darker colors, take a little bit at a time and blend as you go. As you guys can see, I didn't pack it on intensely when I first started, and I'm going back and forth between my blending brush and my packing brush, just so that we get a seamless, flawless blend. Some people like to slap it on there very intensely, and you can do that, but you're gonna have a lot more to blend. And if you're not too confident with your blending capabilities, please take your time. You don't wanna mess up the shape of the eye, and you don't wanna have a whole blended mess on the eyelid. Taking that same pencil brush, we're just gonna go back in with that burnt orange, and we're gonna soften those lines between our dark brown and our crease color. If there's one thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna give y'all a cut crease. So I'm gonna take that same small angle brush, and I'm gonna go back into my soft ochre paint pot. Now, I'm very big on control. As you guys can already see, I like to have control over my products. And in order for me to achieve that, I like to use a smaller angle brush. Using a smaller angle brush gives me a little bit more accuracy. It helps me to draw the crease a little bit better. And because Kayla has a hooded lid naturally, I wanted to make sure I wasn't packing on too much product, and I wanted to make sure I wasn't going too high up from her natural crease. Using that same dark brown, we're gonna start to create the halo. What I'm gonna do is close off the outer corner, but I'm gonna take a small amount of that dark brown and also start to build the inner corner as well. You don't wanna go too intense with the inner corner, just like we didn't wanna do with the crease. You wanna keep it nice and soft and slowly build it up so that we don't lose the shape we created. And then of course I'm going to repeat the same colors that I used, the dark brown, the burnt orange, and we're just going to keep packing it on and blending as we go. Don't trip if you start to lose the shape. This is why I use a little bit of soft ochre at a time. I'm going to go back in with that angle brush and a little bit of that paint pot. And just to get that curvature, that little, see that fancy word? Curvature. Say it with me, curvature. We're going to go back in with that brush just to sharpen up that shape a little bit better. And all I'm doing right here is just, you know, still going back and forth. The key to a perfect halo eye is you want to make sure you're going back and forth between blending and sharpening. Some people don't have this issue, you know, when they do halos, depending on the colors that you're using. But I just like to make sure everything is nice and seamless, especially because the middle color is going to be a very light neutral. Next, I'm going to take that nude tan type of situation from the palette, and we're just going to press that into our halo. You want this to be nice and clean. You want this part to be soft. You want it to remain bright. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to press, not rub. And as we're pressing, it's going to blend out that burnt orange. Nothing too crazy about this part right here. All I'm gonna do is repeat those same crease colors and just blend them on her bottom lash line. And then I'm gonna go in with a small amount of that Your Glowing Palette highlighter just to make that inner corner pop. And of course we're gonna move on to liner and lashes. You guys can skip the wing if you want, but my girl Kayla wanted a wing, so I definitely wanted to, you know, please my client. It's the skill for me. I know you see it. Look at that. No mirror, no eyes open. That's that talent. And we're going to move on to lashes as well. I'm going to be using the Brat lashes from LashMe. All of my promo codes are going to be in the description box below. Anything that I have an affiliate link with, I will make sure I provide that so you guys can get some money off. Moving on to my favorite part, which is the skin. What we're going to do is douse her skin in Fix Plus, followed by smoothing her skin out with Natural Radiance Prep and Prime. I want her skin to be nice and hydrated because we are going in with a full coverage foundation. I'm also going to be going in with NC50 to give her a soft cream contour. Okay, so this is my favorite part. I love this concealer. So I'm gonna take the Instant Age Rewind concealer and we're gonna highlight Kayla's skin. This concealer right here, like I don't even gotta say nothing else. Just look at it. Look at how it just, look at, I know you, girl, I know you see it. Now I'm just gonna lightly set her skin with Mineralize Skin Finish in medium tan. However, for the highlighted areas of the face, I'm going to pack on some Airspun translucent powder. And this is just to ensure that we don't lose that contrast in the skin. So the rest is kind of self-explanatory, but I just wanted to take a moment to say that me and Kayla had a blast doing this. We're going to, I really feel like I'm going to have her come back so we can do a story time makeup tutorial because this wasn't even the original look we were going for. So for our lip combo, we're going to shade her lips with a little bit of StripDown Lip Pencil. And then we're going to take small amounts of Lilly liquid lipstick by EmpressLAF. And we just want to slightly change the undertone of her lips. Her lips are very pink naturally, and we didn't want the lip to look too pink or too reddish. We didn't want the lip glosses to come out looking orange or coming out too pink. So we took a little bit of that Lilly liquid lipstick to give us a softer, cooler base. And there you have it. We're going to finish her off with the final spray, and that is the end of our first makeup demo of 2021. Definitely going to have Kayla come back so we can do this story time, because this video was jokes. If you guys were able to hear the audio, we were having a blast. So thumbs up this video if you guys want us to do a story time makeup demo. Also be on the lookout for more demos in the future. This is definitely not the end of these tutorials. I'm going to be having different models come in all different shapes and sizes, different complexions, different looks. We want to make sure we're catering to everybody on my channel. So definitely sound off in the comments. Let me know what you guys want to see next, and make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Follow us on all social media platforms, and stay safe and stay blessed, y'all. Take care.